And here is the Writer's Almanac for Saturday, the 21st of August, 2021. It's the birthday of the poet X.J. Kennedy, born Joseph Kennedy in Dover, New Jersey, 1929. Joined the Navy. He was a journalist for 4 years. He was on destroyers. He took photographs and wrote up profiles of sailors for their hometown newspapers. Had a lot of extra time on the boats, so he started writing poetry. He sent 2 poems to the New Yorker, and they published them. And he was tired of people making jokes about Joseph Kennedy, the Boston tycoon and ambassador. So he chose the initial X, published his poems as X.J. Kennedy, which he's done ever since. Went to Paris to study, then to Michigan, started work on a Ph.D. That didn't work out. He published more poetry, writing rhymed, structured verse, which was not very popular. And then he started writing books for children. The first one, 1975, One Winter's Night. And he's been writing children's books ever since, as well as his poetry. He wrote, "We have a crazy mixed-up school. Our teacher, Mrs. Cheetah, makes us talk backwards. Nicer cat, you wouldn't want to meet her." X.J. Kennedy, who said, "Critics, the more kindly ones, have called my work witty, a dangerous label to wear, since to many it suggests trivial and superficially felt. I would wish to be seriously funny and cannot understand the supposed difference between certain poems called light verse and others ranked as poetry." It was on this day in 1888 William Seward Burroughs received a patent for an adding machine. People had designed calculators for years, but Burroughs made a machine that was actually accurate. It was about 11 by 15 inches, 9 inches high, on the keyboard, 81 keys arranged in 9 rows of 9 keys each. It was on this day in 1831 that Nat Turner led a group of slaves in a revolt in Southampton County in southeastern Virginia. Nat Turner was caught, he was hanged, he was skinned, and before he died, a lawyer talked to him and wrote down his life story, which was published as The Confessions of Nat Turner, in which he described his religious experiences. He'd seen visions in which the Spirit communicated with him, and he saw himself as a servant of God. It's the birthday of poet Ellen Hinsey, born Boston, 1960, author of Update on the Descent. Ellen Hinsey, who said, "Poetry is the conscience of a society. No individual poem can stop a war. That's what diplomacy is supposed to do. But poetry is an independent ambassador for conscience. It answers to no one. It crosses borders without a passport, and it speaks the truth. That's why it is one of the most powerful of the arts." Here's a poem for today by Alfred Lord Tennyson, Crossing the Bar. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea, but such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam, when that which drew from out the boundless deep turns again home. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar. Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. That's the Writer's Almanac for Saturday, August the 21st. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.